Next, we'll keep it on the West Coast. Go to Russell Wilson because last offseason seemed like he was for sure getting moved. That didn't happen. Now he's saying that he'll stay. I think, right? He said he wants to stay or something of the sort. So, what do you think, John? Do you think he's going to stay a Seahawk or he goes?
Well, I think Russ has 2 years left on his contract, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
not
So he
mistaken.
has to be traded, probably, basically. And I
Yeah,
think
and
he can veto, right? I think he has a no trade clause. I think in his thing, in his
yeah, I don't know
contract.
all the details, but something along those lines. Anyway, Russ is the hardest one for me
It is.
because there's been mixed signals. There hasn't really been any concrete evidence that he wants to leave. And there was also like we talked about this last year. It was like one of our first podcast episodes. We talked about this, and like there's like the talks like he wants more say in the front office. Maybe they didn't give it to him. I don't know what's happening over there, to be honest. And here's what I realistically think happens. I think he stays another year. Pete Carroll's probably going to retire sometime soon. If not this year, maybe next year. And I think that's probably when he'll leave. He's been with Pete Carroll's entire career. They don't really have a lot going for them when it comes to talent. Like they got DK, Tyler Lockett, Rashad Penny has kind of had a good
But he's an
resurgence.
impending. He's about to be a free agent because
Yeah,
they didn't pick up his option, which I mean, at the
yeah,
time I was all. I mean, we all would agree was the right move. But
yeah. And then you got like Bobby Wagner, Jamal Adams, but like that's kind of it when it comes to like the high end talent on that team. And
no
you
first
can
round
talk,
pick this year, by the way, still because of the
yeah,
Jamal Adams trade.
yeah, and you could talk about young guys like Jordan Brooks and some other players, but like they just really don't have a lot there. And so if I'm Russ, I'm sitting here and I'm watching the Super Bowl with the Rams, and I'm thinking like over the next 2 years, can they build me a team to compete with that? Can they build me a team to compete with the Niners? Which the Seahawks like typically actually are pretty good against the Niners, but like I'm talking record wise, like, on the whole season, can we have a better record than the Niners? Can we have a better record than the Cardinals? I don't think so. I even if they can like build a competitive roster, I don't think they can win the division over the next 2 years. And so, yeah, I don't know what Russ is going to do because he already has a Super Bowl ring, so maybe he's content. Um, but I think he should leave. If the loyalty thing isn't like if he's not like Damian Lillard where he just wants to stay loyal for the principle.
Yeah. Honestly, in my heart of hearts, I am with you. I think he's gonna stay. Just I feel like, especially since he said like he wants to stay, and I'm sure maybe he'll want to try one more run. I think that's very realistic what you've said, especially since Pete Carroll will be there. I think one more year is the most realistic, and that's what I'm gonna say. But if he does, I'm just saying a very interesting destination. I think would be very good for both sides. Is if he goes to Pittsburgh, and we'll mention maybe a few guys later that could go. But I think Pittsburgh, not a great O line, kind of similar to the way his Seattle was, like a very good defense. He still got good receivers, so that if he can make a few plays, got a running back that we all know that they will workhorse to death, and Najee Harris, and maybe they're able to draft a few solid linemen this offseason. I'm obviously they'll have to trade for Russell, so I'm not sure what capital they'll be able to offer the other Seattle. But I'm just saying, as a purely objective fan, I think that would be a great destination for Russell Wilson. It's a storied franchise, so he knows they're going to win. Mike Tomlin, it's really good players coach. So just wanted to throw that out there, but nonetheless, I think Russell Wilson will stay too. Give it one more year with Pete Carroll. So we'll see what happens with him.